All right, looks like the lobby has been made. The vetoes are finally completed. Just in time as you deal with your hiccups.
Yeah. Don't say that aloud because they're gonna hear that. This was the second time today as well, which is just great. Mm-hmm. It usually comes in waves. It's like, none at all or like 10 times a day. It's great.
Yeah, I'm loving the player close-ups that we're getting here. Oh, Gerald getting ready for his next game. As a reminder to everyone, I believe in a couple of hours, day 1 of Cheesedelphia starts, right?
How we're learning of all these different kinds of like solutions in the chat.
Oh, they're doing groups right now. Oh my god, how many groups are there? Oh my god, there's like 12 groups.
Oh my.
But the group stage is gonna finish soon. Alright, let's go.
Okay, let's go. So we are once again. Hold on, I lost
predictions.
Okay, there you go.
I'll do predictions.
Predictions. Anyway, we are here, loaded in to Cosmic Sapphire once again, looking at the Blue Zerg player, presenting Poland and Team Liquid. It is Elazer.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, we have the Polish Protoss player himself. He is red, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. And upon hearing this message, as I quickly set this up, this is, of course, a best of 3 series, and people in the chat, you can place your bets on who you think is going to take the series.
See, Ashley is saying, Ashley is keeping track of Cheesedelphia. We should just make him the social media person.
Oh yeah, Asher, we know how much you love tweeting.
Yeah, Asher.
Time to tweet some more.
Or you can cast, and I can go tweet.
True.
Up to you, really.
Could have.
But anyway, we are in the game. We are casting these 2 great Polish players. I would argue, probably the favorites of this event, I would say.
Yeah, you could definitely argue best Zerg player and best Protoss player in all of Poland right now. They are duking it out, and oh boy, what kind of games are we going to get? We did get a longer game between Elazer and Christiana on Data C. It may not be the last late game ZVP that we get tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, neither of these players strikes me as particularly cheesy or aggressive ones, so we may be getting some long series ahead of us.
Oh yeah.
So I like Kraton in the chat. Just as people think Mech vs Mech is dirty and boring, we just watched Skytos versus Spore Forest.
But that wasn't boring. What are you talking about? That wasn't boring though. I'm shaking my head.
Look.
There was a lot happening in that game, okay?
I mean, sure.
Shake.
And we will see if we can get something like that this time, because once again we are going for that Stargate on the side of the Protoss.
Yeah, Stargate opener once again coming out from Gerald. It's kind of what we would expect. The first Adept is going to be moving out as well. We're not seeing any kind of weird Rail-esque play where he skips the Adept to go for a Stalker first. None of that nonsense, as the Adept makes it past across the map and is looking to disrupt the mining at least a little bit.
He actually gets a kill on the drone. Very nicely done by Gerald.
Yeah, a little bit of a slip up there from Elazer. We don't really expect to see a drone going down this early on. Meanwhile, we have a second Adept on the way for that one-shot potential. We'll see if he can get here in time, and if this Adept can survive, as he is able to get one more link.
That he is. Now the Adepts are joining forces, and 2 of them will be able to get some more damage if they can bypass these queens.
Oh boy, exactly. So do you see the Adepts attempting to get past said queens here to begin with? Behind this, we only have that single Oracle, if I'm not mistaken, but there we go. There's a second Oracle, there's a third base. Gerald just playing this out pretty standard.
That he is, and there are spores going down for Elazer. Only one though, so once again he will rely mostly on queens for defense there.
Yeah, the spores just now finishing up as well. Meanwhile, Elazer did just make a flux of lings, by the way. They're going to be rotating over towards the left-hand side here. They can be hitting that natural base as well. Actually, Elazer just planning to use them to deal with these depths to begin with.
Yeah, and that he does, while the rest of the links are going to the other side of the map, and he will see if he can get any damage there. There is that third base being set up, so he may try to do some damage there, but the wall is a wall.
The wall is a wall. The Stalker does stand strong. There is no shield battery behind this, so we're going to be having to see a full wall off. Nicely done. The wall is not in time.
Ooh, actually the wall is not secured, and now Gerald is forced to recall the oracles, but they don't have a lot of energy, so that may be actually tricky.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand right now. The Lings are going to be able to get us around on this Stalker. It looks like the Oracles are going to be able to fend them off for the time being, but 5 probes have already gone down. This is more than worth it here for Elazer.
Yeah, the Zerglings are still here. As we said, Oracles are running out of energy, and they are getting even more damage.
And after all said and done, Gerald did end up losing 5-6 probes here. He did deal some counter damage earlier before he recalled his oracles, but wasn't worth it in the end. At least he was able to hold on to his Nexus, but Elazer likewise was also able to scout and confirm the double forge follow-up.
Yes, indeed. And now the Templar Archives coming in as well. So we will be seeing some Archons, I guess. Maybe a Storm as well.
Yeah, we actually saw this earlier today, if you recall. I was casting with Yaku, and we were able to see the double forge play earlier. I believe it was from Gerald himself. It is quite greedy, and it does delay a lot of things. It does delay your own blink, it delays your own tech, but it does mean that you can hit some very strong timings with your upgrades, and your Gateway army does scale incredibly well. As a response, Elazer, it looks like he also wants to tech up as well. He's like, okay, I understand what advantages you're going to have. I'm also going to try and get into my infestation pit at least as fast as possible.
Oh boy, they are teching up light.
Yes.
Please don't tell me this is another late game.
I mean, that's kind of what we're getting right now. Elazer, he's free to drone, but actually he's making a wave of roaches. I'm really curious. Lings are already busting through these rocks in the middle of the map as well. Does Elazer intend to hit a bit of a roach timing here with roach speed? Again, I'm just surprised by the lack of drones.
Yeah, and he's gonna actually deny this base. The cancel, very nicely done, not a kill. But still, denying this 4 base for Gerald is pretty nice, and the roaches and queens are now moving to forward positions as well.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what the point of the... Oh my god, the plays, Papi! He canceled the infestation pit. The infestation pit got scouted earlier by the oracles, bear that in mind, and Elazer wanted Gerald to believe that he was taking up. He wanted him to believe that he was macroing when he's doing anything but. Again, he cut drones earlier, and which is why I was perplexed. I was like, why did he cut drones if he made an infestation pit? Well, it was fake.
See, so what happened was Elazer was watching Snogstar play, and he was like, you know what, I can do mind games too.
True.
And he just went for it.
Yeah, and now he's 100% all in. He has his queens, he has his Roach Ravager as well. The wall is not a wall.
Yeah, the Lynx get in, but ooh, all the Ravagers are covered by the storm, but it's not quite enough to kill them just yet, so this may be enough for Elazer here.
Yeah, maybe enough. The Lings are going to get into the natural base. The Roaches as well, wreaking havoc. Already so many workers are going down. Meanwhile, the main army is pushing on forward towards that 3rd base.
Yeah, the only problem is that Elazer has to fight on multiple fronts at once, as he's in the middle of the Protoss bases, but he's able to overpower it, and he's taking down the 3rd.
Yeah, and again, this is the power of Cosmic Sapphire. He was able to break through these rocks and push through the center of the map where the defenses were the weakest. And again, this wasn't scouted for the longest time. Overcharge gets wasted. Pylons, gateways are going down. 30 workers are falling, and the Roaches break into the main.
38 probes going down, 39, and I don't know if Gerald can do anything here. I mean, there are not a lot of forces left for Elazer anymore. There are only just these Ravagers, but there are reinforcements coming in, and I don't think Gerald has enough.
Yeah, Gerald, he doesn't have enough. His third has been broken, his natural has been broken. There is 0 stack defense right now. The queens didn't even do anything, by the way. They were just there to spread creep, and GG gets called. Elazer takes the first game.
I mean, the queens did hit the oracle.
Yeah. they helped a little bit. They helped
something.
They did something.
They did the creep highway too.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They were spreading creep.
Yeah. It's useful.
Tis useful, and yeah, King GG, very well played there by Elazer, recognizing that, okay, because of how greedy Gerald's build is going to be, I can find a way in. I can utilize this window here to end the game here and now. I appreciate that he was also trying to deceive his opponent as well with the infestation bit, with the tech, just making sure that Gerald was caught as unawares as possible.
Yeah, very very nice mind game from Elazer there, and it did seem to work out. So
yeah, did work out in the end.
I like how literally everybody is inviting me to a lobby.
Get in.
It's like I look away to my other screen for literally 3 seconds, and like everybody has messaged me the lobby. Oh boy.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna be getting into game number 2, and oh boy. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we really got to see much from Gerald there. It was kind of his lack of scouting that killed him in the end, and being a little bit too greedy at the same time. Hopefully, we get a little bit more of a back and forth here in game 2.
Yeah, let's hope for that. Meanwhile, we are now loaded in for our second game. And we're looking at the base of the blue Zerg player, spawning in the top right of Inside and Out. It is representing Team Liquid and Poland, Elazer.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have the Polish Protoss player himself representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald.
I'm glad that Gerald, as a Polish Protoss player, is representing Storm.
Yeah, it's very fitting. It's very fitting.
Time to change his name to something starting with a P.
Oh god, it's gonna be too much. There are gonna be too many P's, Kuro. Too many P's.
What do you mean? Just Panda.
Aye. But
for now, some mild work harassment. You know,
just being a little bit annoying, forcing some lost mining time, just being a nuisance here in the main base of Elazer.
Meanwhile, we see a great Elazer fan, Baby Links in the chat, spamming all the possible emotes.
Oh yeah, the Elazer Lords. Oh true, I forgot that was a meme. I don't think we get to see it too often anymore. I think he's just
no,
better.
he still does it.
No, okay.
He still does it. He still does it. It's maybe not as often, but he still does it.
I legitimately forgot that was a meme. I forgot. Oh. It's kind of crazy, right? Like, yeah, it's crazy that like Elazer Lords were a thing like 6 years ago.
Look.
Oh my
Elazer
god.
has been here for a while. Like it may seem like he's still the new guy, but he's been here for a while.
It's been 6 years.
He's been on the level for a while as well. If you remember, he was like one of those very rare foreigners who went high in BlizzCon. Like he got to like semifinals or something. Yeah. And that was like before like those were like more regionally split. Like he actually just got there.
Yeah, that was back in the day, back when he was one of the best foreigners in the world, period.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy to think about, like, the history between a lot of these players. It's crazy to think that when Elazer was in BlizzCon, like, Gerald was still, like, learning how to play the game. Like, he was still a child in the womb, you know? Like, when you think about it,
I don't know. Like,
yeah, like Gerald.
I don't know how good he was back then.
Well, Geralt and
Does it feel like
Christiana, they're much newer to the scene, you know, especially compared to like your Elazer, your
I feel
Nurture.
like Gerald has been there for a while, but I don't know how good he was back then.
Mhm.
Because Christiana is new. That just straight up, he's newer.
Yeah, yeah.
But Gerald, I feel like has been there for a little bit longer, but just not at the top level.
Yeah. He's been around a little bit longer. I'm looking at his results, and his first results were like in 2018, which I guess is,
I mean, those are first results, right? So those are when you first start
that's like
competing
GM.
more seriously.
Yeah.
And not necessarily GM, because it depends what kind of tournament it is. But yeah.
Sure. But yeah, like I still think of like Geralt as like the new kid on the block. It just goes to show like how long we've been watching and how long we've been playing StarCraft, right? Like, yeah, it's
Are you
crazy.
trying to tell me I'm old?
Always.
Nice.
Always. Crazy. As we're getting into this game of StarCraft, once again another Stargate opener here coming out from Geralt, going for a single Oracle, then straight into the Void Ray.
Yes, indeed. And we see the double forge as well coming up, so we'll see what Gerald is planning with this time. Meanwhile, Elazer going for a Roach Warren.
Yeah, we do have that Roach Warren on the way. Once again, I do think that Geralt just kind of favors this style, and I don't blame him, right? Going for double forge, it does kind of really propel you in the mid game. If you can survive that long, like, there is a big power spike available to the Protoss. So there is definitely like power in this move. But as we saw the last time this got scouted, Elazer did kind of stop the Protoss before they could really get going.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was going for a macro game. Ooh, actually, a really nice stasis there. But it looked like it was going for more of a macro game, but then, Elazer just pulled the trigger and was able to get it. Meanwhile, this Void Ray actually going down to the Queens.
Oh yeah, the Void Ray does go down. I mean, it's still kind of worth it here for Geralt just because of the insane stasis trap that we had in the main base. So a lot of lost mining time here for our Zerg player. Meanwhile, a little bit misplaced. That Oracle takes a lot of hits, a lot of hull damage.
Yes, indeed. And now the Voiders, the Adepts are coming in, as well as the Zerglings in the third base, and actually, they may do a lot of damage.
Yeah, some misplaced Adepts here. The first Adept is going to go down, a lot of probes as well. At the same time, we have two Adepts in the main base of Elazer, so both players are going to be losing a lot of workers, but Geralt loses that much more here as 12 probes fall.
Looks like that's what it is happening, and there are more links coming. There is a +1 melee on the way as well for Elazer, so it looks like he will want to be aggressive for a little while. But he is transitioning into a lair as well.
Yeah, he's going to be relying on +1 melee lings as well as +2 melee lings once he gets there, as well as bailing run-bys. But for the time being, he's going for another massive ling flood here at the third base. Not going to be fully committing here, but just trying to catch whatever damage he can. Is going to get a probe towards the end. Does force a cancel on some of these gateways.
Yeah, very nicely done for Elazer. And actually, this base does not look all that well defended. There are a few stalkers, but this is a lot of speed links.
Yeah, again, Geralt is being punished for not having his Oracle at home to defend. We were talking about this earlier, but this is also what happens when you only have a single Oracle instead of 2 or 3. Ling run-bys can do that much more damage.
Yes, indeed. But for the time being, it looks like Gerald will save his bases, as Elazer has a lot of time to expand all he wants, and he's going up straight up to 5.
Yeah, he is droning up heavily here, working up to 80 drones right now. The Ling run-bys don't stop. We still don't have okay, there we go. We do have 1 shield battery in the mineral line, but the Lings, they do not care. They just get more surrounds on these walls and force more cancels.
Yeah, and with these cancels, it will be that much easier for them to get in once again. And they're trying to get the Natural as well, but this wall is actually protected, and now there's a Disruptor as well.
Yeah, Elazer's just done a great job at applying all this pressure and droning up behind it. He could do with some more drones, don't get me wrong, and there we go. We do see another wave of workers on the way. We do see our tech finally finishing up. +1 melee is going to be a massive move here for Elazer as well. Any kind of surround, and these stalkers will die. But finally, Geralt has been able to secure his third.
Yeah, Geralt secures his third, where Elazer is already looking to get his 6th, so there's quite a lot of bases there for our Zerg player.
Oh yeah, a lot of bases, a lot of creep. Not so much creep on the right-hand side, but the left seems very, very secure. We do see a little bit of Oracle harass here. Just keeping an eye on the base count confirms the 5th base, and will soon confirm the 6th as well. So Gerald's getting a better idea of where he is in this game, but doesn't really have enough of an army to really have a presence on the map.
Yeah, and Elazer is getting ready for another attack, destroying these rocks to open another way. And that gives enough time to Gerald to move to that position with his whole army, but is it actually enough to defeat the Elazer here?
Yeah, I'm really worried. We do have 3 disruptors, we're about to have 4, and disruptors can definitely hold, but it all comes down to how good the Novas are.
A very nice wall here set up by Gerald, so he can shoot the Zerg from this side. Ooh, a nice choke point as well. He actually gets a beautiful Nova there.
Yeah, second Nova goes off and a third Nova will connect with the majority of those Bailings, so that was the best case scenario here for Gerald, but is it even going to be enough?
Yeah, there's more disruptors coming and they may get a few more kills, which is really nice done, and actually Gerald will be able to clean this up.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like Elazer's trying to get on top of these disruptors before he loses his army. Looks like he will get 1 disruptor. Can he get a second disruptor? He's trying desperately.
Meanwhile, stuck behind the gas, also the Immortal fell down to the Zerglings, so very nicely done for Elazer, but his attack is stopped, but not without a cost.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to kind of deduce where things fall right now, because it feels like Gerald did trade better. He saved the majority of his workers, he saved the majority of his disruptors, he only lost his gateway army, which can be rebuilt, so honestly a really impressive defense. But Elazer's not stopping. Because of his drone count, because of his base count, he just immediately remaxes.
That drops. That drops.
Yeah, we got some drop alerts on the way here towards the 3rd base. At the same time, the Ling runby does deny the 4th base, does distract Geralt here, and opens things up for that drop.
Yeah, the Oracle does spot the drop, and the probes are quickly pulled from the 3rd base, but at the same time, the Lings move in and come up on all these disruptors.
Oh, exactly. Well worth it here. 2 disruptors go down. The 3rd disruptor gets focused as well. At the same time, Baneling drop into the main base. This time, Geralt wasn't able to respond.
Yeah, and 16 probes fall down in the end, as well as all of these disruptors, as we said, so this defense will be very difficult for Geralt now.
God, it will be difficult. We do see the wall going down once again here. Elazer has already dealt the damage that he needs to, but he is not done. He's even setting up for another drop.
Yeah, once again, the army of Geralt is distracted on the front. Ooh, destroying these rocks actually opens a pathway through that wall, and all the Zerglings are now flooding in as the drop is setting for the natural.
Yeah, these +2 melee Lings are getting out of control right now on top of this army. Meanwhile, here we go, another drop in towards the natural. Geralt is not paying attention, he's not looking, and with +2 melee, the Baelings one-shot probes.
Yeah, so his 3rd base is now under attack. The army stands strong, but a lot of probes, a lot of the infrastructure is gone, and all the probes in the natural as well, and this does not look great for Geralt, you know?
Yeah, Geralt, he's just being pulled apart right now. The initial defense wasn't looking too bad, to be honest, but he wasn't able to recover fast enough after that defense. He wasn't able to get the wall back up and running. He wasn't able to get eyes and defend against those drop alerts as well. Great use of this multi-prong harassment from Elazer, and now he's joining up even further. Now he has his hive.
Yeah, important thing now finally Geralt is cleaning up these drop alerts, but up to this point they were not even dealt with like after the drop, so Elazer could just come back with another round, but now it's just Stalkers mostly versus the Zerglings.
Yeah, it's just Stalkers, and that's not what you want. Meanwhile, Novas are going to be going off. Decent Nova there. We have a second Nova available as well, but with only 2 disruptors, this is just not going to be enough.
I mean, that shield overcharge is still doing a lot, but even with that, it's gonna run out eventually, and it looks like the Zerg is collapsing in the Protoss.
Yeah, exactly. Just wave after wave of Zerg here. Every single time Geralt is defending, but every single time he has less left over to defend. Another Ling runby makes it into the main base. Geralt is being pulled left and right. Again, he barely holds on, but look at that worker count. Look at his army as well. Every single fight, his disruptor count gets reset.
Yeah, even the thing is, like, as Elazer is attacking Geralt with like this whole army, like, sure, he's losing a lot of it, but also he has much better mining and much better bank as well, so like remaking this army is not a huge deal for him.
Yeah, you could
Meanwhile, Geralt has to put a lot of work.
He really does. Like, you could argue that Elazer, like, he could have a better army here if he had, you know, Vipers for Yoinks, for Abducts and things like that. But at the same time, he doesn't need to. He can just keep making more Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager. Once again, the Bailings roll on forward. The zoning disruptor shots could only do that. They could only zone. And once again, zero mining here at the third. He just can't get it up and running.
Yeah, Gerald found a nice shot on all of these pros, and Gerald found a nice spot with these stalkers to not be collapsed on. Oh,
Wow.
Nice, very nice. And this is enough. Elazer takes the series 2-0.
GG, Elazer takes it with style towards the end here. At a certain point, Gerald was doing a good job harassing Elazer, if you remember, with his oracles and with his adepts. But at the same time, Elazer was also relentless with his own Ling harass. Very impressive, very scary, very scary.
Yeah, very very scary. Elazer was just on the offensive the entire time, and like because there was not much happening to him in the beginning of the game, like he was able to just take over most of the map, and like after that, it's just, you know, you leave the Zerg on few too many bases, and they're just able to remake any army that they lose.
Oh yeah, yeah. Remake any army that they want. We see some player reaction shots. Elazer walks on over, gives them the handshake. You love to see it. Gerald's a little bit frustrated after that game, but at the same time, he can't let it get to him because he's still in this tournament and he still has more matches coming.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is a double elimination bracket, so there will be more chances for them. And yeah, for the time being, it looks like we will have a little bit of a break before we start our next series, which will be Snogstar versus Papi.
Oh, yeah, the ZVPs will continue. I believe it goes Snogstar versus Papi. Winner goes up against Cristiano. Winner goes up against Gerald. Winner goes up against Elazer.
No. Actually not. Cristiano was eliminated by Papi.
Oh my... What?
Yeah,
What?
it's Snogstar versus Papi into Gerald.
Oh, it's a best of one. Oh, that's crazy.
Yes.
Oh. That is brutal. I was not expecting that. Cristiano gets knocked out in the lower bracket quarterfinals.
I guess all you're calling Papi actually helped out.
Yeah, my papi makes it through. That is insane.
Yeah, so we may have a very different top 3 this time around, but
Yeah.
we will see how it goes. As we said, they are preparing for the next match.
Exclamation mark for now to the admins for allowing best of ones. I mean, I don't blame them because, I mean, it is a long tournament. It's a long day of StarCraft. Yeah. Like, it's I understand. But at the same time, best of ones are brutal just like that. And in a PvP, anything can happen. Wow.
Yeah. So there you have it. That is the matches that we have left for today. 3 more matches left, I believe. And after that, we will crown the next champion of eSport.
Yeah, we will crown that eSport Winter Champion. So, we're going to be going on a short 10 minutes break, giving some time for the casters to have some quesadillas. Some Polski quesadillas, there you go, with mushrooms and cabbage and tomatoes. So this is your moment to have a bit of a break, hydrate your hydras, stretch your roaches, marinate your marines, and we will see you guys in 10 minutes for Snogstar versus Papi.
See you then.
Oh.